I know, I'm live. Don't worry, I'm not unaware. I do know I'm live. Everything needs to be a bit slow tonight. I'm really tired. I wasn't tired, and then I started playing a video game. Oh, shut up. Started just playing a video game, just walking around. And I was like, this is boring, and it actually made me feel tired because it was like, oh, I'm just tired of this game. I was like, okay, better actually do something, or I'm going to fall asleep. I know why I'm tired. I have not, I didn't get much sleep. I've been, for the past couple of days, I've just been kind of like napping, not getting lots of sleep, just getting little bits of sleep. So it's not big. It's not that big of a deal. It ain't. But yeah, that's what's been happening. So enjoying my time here because I've got this program. I'm paying for it, so might as well use it. Oh god, stop yawning, stop it. Okay, so I've got the program brought up. I forgot how to do this. It's been a while since I shared my screen. There it is. There it is. It's a pretty. And now tiny. So I do that until I actually have somebody watching and talking to me and stuff. I'm still waiting for my student who wants to know all about shading and stuff. I might do that. I might do that just one day. If he doesn't get his act together, I've got my lesson plan still on my desk, ready for that. It's still on my desk. It's still here. It's still right here. Like, just these are my main notes to mention stuff for the lesson plan. And yeah, it's all ready. I just need to actually do it. Right, drawing board, come on. What is it called? What is this called? I don't know what to call it. I keep saying drawing pad, drawing board, art instrument. I don't know how to actually describe this. You know, I just whenever somebody asks me, then like, oh, what do you do it on? I basically tell them the name. It's a Wacom. Oh, which one? And I'm like, I don't know. It's just one of them. I don't know. Right. I'm also turning on the stream, by Discord audio, arty stuff stream thingy. I don't know. So now that's on. That's cool. Okay. Pad is working. I'm all set to start doodle. Start doodle. I need my reference. That would help. If I had my reference, that would help. It's over here. It's on my desk. It's over here. It's not on my desk. It's just over here. Ew, spiderweb. The spiders have been surprisingly active. So they've been crazy. Right. They've been really active. There's one on my wall here, but he's a little black spider. He's so cute. He's so cute. So yeah, what we do next We've done 2 modules. I've done 2 modules. So we're basically picking which ones to do next. Now, according to my map here, I've got a map. Ugh, I touched the bit where there was a spider. I've got my what it's going to look like. My basic sketch just here. I don't know how much of that you can see. Got a basic sketch just here, and I've got all the modules mapped out in like 3D, so I can make a 3D sketch properly and stuff. That's what we're going for, kind of, just because that's what looks best in my opinion. I can't foresee it in any other way where it would look as aesthetically pleasing as this configuration. So that's what we're mimicking, only in better detail because it's just a sketch. So here's the map of the configuration of all the modules and stuff. So we've done the docking ring, we've done the docking arm. I should call it an arm, not a ring, because it's not a ring. We've got the what's it called? The shuttle bay, and these are habitat structures. They're habitat modules. Basically, they're hotel rooms. Yeah, they're like kind of, oh, what do you call it? Dorms. They're kind of like dorms. Basically, it's a mini hotel with lots of rooms just in these structures, just here, these 2. And I'm thinking about doing that one next because it's the next most visible, and then that one's just a copy of that. So basically, once I've done that one, I can basically draw this one very easily once I know where everything's going, and then we'll start to do the big structures in the back. So we've done that one. Now then we did that one, and then we did that one. So now we're doing that one. So yeah, if that makes sense. Makes sense to me. And that's kind of all that matters. And as always, if you have a question, like you have a question of like what you want help drawing something or whatever, then basically just let me know, and I will do my best to give you a class. God damn it! Sorry. Yeah. Okie dokie. Okie dokie. Right. We are doing. Let's go for blue. Let's go for blue for the sketchy sketch. And we'll do it over here. Get a good size. I want it to be about as tall as the shuttle bay structure. So yeah, as tall but really not as thick, because that would be counterintuitive. I don't know. I know. Okay, so that would make it about, and it's slightly thicker. There we go. So that would make it as tall. Yeah. If anything, it's a bit overly tall. So I'm just trying to get the. To be honest, I think the planet is going to interfere with the drawing. So let's get rid of the planet just for a second. There we go. So it's going to be, have that as a curve. It's going to be thicker than the docking ring. Because if it's smaller than the docking ring, then well, yeah. It's a habitat block. Habitat block? I don't know. So that's the edge, and it goes back a bit. It goes back about as deep or as long as this thing. It should be easy. Should be easy. I just got to figure out the three-dimensional structuring and stuff. Want to be parallel to that line. I've done concept art before for space stations, but they're usually kind of like they're not as modular. Not as modular as this. It's about that tool. It doesn't look that thick. Maybe these are just the outside lines. Maybe we can bulk it up a little bit later. I don't know. But yeah, that looks like it's even lines. Oh, I've got bad tummy cramp just now. Why? Right, so that's the overall shape done. That's the overall shape done. Yeah. So there's stuff that keeps happening on my computer. I keep thinking that there's like somebody's entered the room. But it's not the case. Okay, now we can zoom in. We can zoom in a little bit. Right. Now, according to my sketch, I'm just looking at my sketch just to figure out where all the stuff goes. There's four rows of windows, which means that there's windows on each individual, like they're individual rooms, because like I said, it's a hotel room. It's kind of like a hotel complex. Well, the space station is supposed to be anyway. And we've got like a docking ring situation here, and we want another docking opening, like kind of like either an inset. Should it be inset? Let's have it be inset. You know, it's like imprinted into here. It's not meant to be used as a docking thing. It's just a attachment segment, kind of. So it goes in a lot, and where it locked off, so it would be like an airlock. So judging by the doors that we've got, like these are about 1 person tall. So we're going to have one of those. Should we have that in the middle? We'll have a square one. We'll have a square one in the middle. Maybe a double wide one. I've kind of like a little window. Have a circular window. I was trying not to go too angular with the windows, but since we're going to have like we've got like rows of windows here that I've drawn, and it does look better, especially since they're going to be more inset as well. So just to clarify, this is kind of like inside of this structure, there's going to be kind of like a row of corridor just in here, and then inside there's going to be individual rooms, like segments inside that are just rooms, and they're going to be going all the way up. and they're going to be on both sides. So yeah, and there's going to be like an elevator system or something on the ends. I don't know, but that's what's going to happen. That's basically what I'm going for with the Theo and Luke. Now, I wanted to have a hard edge, these to be hard edges and stuff, but it kind of makes it look a little bit weird. So I don't know whether to basically make it kind of like the tubing system, where this is going to have some kind of like, it's going to look like there's fabric over it. I think we're going to make it look like there's going to be some kind of fabric over it or something. We might go back into that and just quickly do that to make it look like it's got some kind of fabric. I don't know if you've noticed this, but if you actually look at a picture of like the International Space Station, or like even the old Mir and the Chinese space station, they basically notice that they have kind of like segments that look like they have fabric on the outside, and it's just an insulation stuff. And it's also a thing that if you have fabric, fabric is a lot less, it diffuses the energy of, you know, the kinetic energy of like things impacting upon it, you know. It's like an Ant-Man. He pulls up a sheet, and it kind of like there's this shrapnel that comes out of the wall. I'm not going to spoil anything, but you don't know why there's a sheet there until basically until the shrapnel starts pinging out of the wall, and then all of a sudden it hits the sheet and it gets kind of diffused. The energy gets diffused by the sheet, so he doesn't get hit by shrapnel. Well, that's kind of what the idea is behind the whole fabric thing. It's also very good for insulating as well. You know, like heat energy doesn't dissipate immediately into space. If you have like a fabric over it. So that's kind of what's going to happen for the ring. A lot of it's going to be kind of like have this kind of fabric-like material over it. I should basically draw that on there at some stage. I might do that in a second. Oh, I'll forget. So before I forget, I'm going to just quickly do this so I know what color I'm using. Pick up this color, and let's kind of put that on there. Just kind of like just put a reference down for when I do the painting. Just not everywhere, just on certain parts of it, like where's the light going to come from? Look at the planet, because that's a good light reference. Oh, the light is almost directly on the thing, so just around the edges, that it's going to be in shadow. Okay, I know what I'm doing. So kind of like around here, just putting contour lines in, and around the back. And then cool. This is a corner, so this is going to be awkward in itself. So it's just around that bit and around this bit. There's going to be some kind of like I know what that is. So that's something. There's going to be shadows here as well. I should add those. Just around the airlocks. I've already got lines around the airlocks, so that's something. I should make this a bit more. I should just tidy this up a bit more. Also make it look like it's got some kind of seal. So I know to do that in a different color, maybe yellow or something. I don't know. Oh, my face was going into the picture a bit. Okay, so now I've added that, just so I don't forget. We don't have to worry about that so much. Now we go back to this module. Go back to the big module. Just so that doesn't get too confusing. Interesting. On this picture, I've got kind of like kind of almost a structure around this, and I'm actually going to put in kind of like railing, a little bit of kind of railing. Just so I know that I'm going to put some metal, kind of like looking something there. I don't know. Okay, now we've got a lot of empty space here. I'm thinking about adding a row of windows, maybe. Kind of like portholes. Almost to represent decks. So that you've got like a view of the outside almost from a corridor. If I do that, I'm probably going to tie myself up. Let's see how it looks before I actually see if I fuck myself over. So this is what it would look like if I had a window for every deck. I think it looks a bit weird, but it's also slightly, it's not aligned properly. I'll fix that with the paint. I'm not that fussed. I'm not that fussed at the moment. When I do the paint, I'll fix that. But yeah, that's basically where it's going to go. Can I fix it now? Is there a way to fix it? I think there is. I think I can actually just do this. Yeah. Now they're more in line. So that's something. Okay. Unless I was peeved about it, so that's something. Okay. So we've got something there. We don't have side windows for the rooms that are on the ends. I kind of feel like that there's going to be space for like elevators and stuff on the end, because this is the corridor that leads into like the lower deck of this habitat here. And the lower deck, I think, is just going to be an extra hallway. I don't think there's going to be any rooms on the bottom, so I think that's going to be like facilities, basically, like I don't know. What do you get at hotels? It's going to kind of be another lounge area and stuff. Like if you just purchase this module as a habitat module, then come with like a kitchen and everything that you need for like a hotel in its own right, or at least a motel or something. So you'd have like a lounge area. Yeah, that would make sense too, because there is an actual walkway. There's a space walkway that leads directly to this one. That also goes directly to the where the actual hotel actually has its own lobby and stuff. That would make more sense. Okay. So, right, I should start making this lobby. And it's got one big window, one big square window that runs parallel to the bottom. I'm probably going to separate it by making individual glass panes and stuff. Really don't like the indecisiveness of this bit that I did. If it's the way, I don't know. It could be the way. Kind of like floor to ceiling, kind of, I wouldn't say light, but I meant window. Ugh. Coming out at all like I planned it. Is this line just not straight? Is that what's happening? Let me start this over. I really like what I've done at the end, but all the way up until that end part just looks a bit garbage. So I'm going to start over. I'm actually going to use the go away. I'm actually going to use the straight line tool. I hate this thing, but yeah. Yeah, it's not that straight. I mean, that's the way to go, really. Oh, go away. It uses the straight line on the eraser as well. That's interesting. Very interesting. More annoying than anything, but it's interesting annoying. So that's something. Okay, so now we've got our lounge window and stuff. So there's probably like a few steps in here that lead down to this, so you can see it with like elevators on the platform over here. Just one this side, just one that side, and another one this side and that side on the end here. Because it connects on the other side. So this must have been a custom-made module. because it connects on the other side. No, it connects in the middle. Maybe they didn't use a room module or something. I don't know. This is the advanced module anyway, because the other one is a freestanding, the one that's going to go here. There's another module that's like this. It's going to go right here, and it's going to be bigger. No, it's going to be higher, and it's going to be nothing but rooms. Whereas this one is kind of like a connecting module with another lounge and another corridor that leads into this one. So yeah. I've been working on myself for a while. I thought everyone's okay. Well, I've got the straight line tool. I am going to make a quick set of lines up here, kind of to indicate. Oh, I turned the line thing off. Ugh. It's not a straight line. Kind of to indicate where things are going to line up. Basically where the inserts are going to go. For the windows. Didn't I do this already? I feel like I did this already. Or did I find a way to do this easier? I'm pretty sure I did. So I have to be very careful. Very careful. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I've found a way to do this a lot easier. I know I did. I know I did. I copied and pasted it, didn't I? I made one line when I did the other thing. When I did the other thing. Okay. God, what am I doing? Okay, edit. Copy. It's going to make it into another layer, but once we've figured this out, I don't have to do this ever again. Edit, paste. Oh, shit. Freeform. Right. Okay, and then file, or edit, paste, freeform. This ensures that all of the angles are maintained. I don't have to do this again. Okay, edit, paste. I'm going to have to merge all these layers back again. Which might be a pain, but probably not. My face keeps going into the picture. I'm trying not to do that. You know, my best bet would be, where's my control button? There it is. Control, beep, 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 merge. There we go. Now I've done half of it, I can do this, which is just one more copy and paste. Oh, but it's a pain. I forgot about the painful part. I have to go in between these lines. Down and sideways. Oh my god, that was painful. Okay, now edit, copy, and then okay, and then paste. And then freeform. Oh yeah. Oh no. Always something, isn't there? It's always something. Okay, and I want to merge this layer and that layer together. Merge. And then I've got to do it one more time. It's going to deform it slightly. Well, at least see if we can deform it slightly. And I made a mistake. Ooh. Select this bit, and then deform. And I want to move this down. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Okay. That is good. It's exactly what I wanted. It doesn't look like it's too curvy. It looks like I've just changed them a little bit. They're probably straight. I don't care. Can I move it back up a bit? Just a bit. Just a tad. A smidge. Smidge. Perfect. That was great. Okay. Okay. Now they're all funky and lit up and stuff, which is cute. Super better and cute. Okay, so now we've got those. These are all guidelines because I'm going to add kind of like that many rooms for being that big. I'll need to divide this into 4 rows. So there's going to be 8 lines. It's going to be 8 lines. So they're quite big hotel rooms, really, but we're going from the aspect of like a window for the hotel room, like bedroom area, and a window for the bathroom. I mean, no window for the bathroom. So yeah. So now the pencil, not straight line. Don't need straight lines anymore. And this one on the end, this one can be like that. And this one on this end, the same thing. Oh, yeah, I forgot. It's doing straight lines still. I hate it. I hate it so much. Yeah, no straight lines. Good, 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 good. Okay. So this is the halfway point. So how big are we wanting these segments? That's the halfway point. Shut up, tummy. And I want thickness to be around about this thick. I mean, that looks all right. Okay, this is the sketching layer, so it's not really a huge deal. Okay, and then we just we do the same thing again. We just half that. So I mean, it looks okay. It looks okay. It's okay. We'll get rid of the middle bit again. Delete you. It's slightly smaller than that bit, but yeah. It's just a sketch. It's not that big of a deal. They do look even, right? I'm not fooling myself here. Well, that one looks a bit too thick, to be honest. Segment. Looks a bit too thick. Out of the corner of my eye, I just saw somebody enter something in the chat. There's Jeffers. Oh, I was going to do the ticker. I was going to do the ticker thing on the bottom here. Oh God. Already. Hey, Jeffrey and Panda Frogs together. Q. Oops, I just drew on that. But no, howdy guys. They look even. They look even enough for a sketch layer. It looks even enough. So this habitat section, the habitat section. I want to start accommodation section, cabin section, because the habitat section kind of implies that it's like it has a habitat in it. You know, it's like a yeah. But these are the actual rooms of the hotel, and some of these segments, some of these are not windows. They are they're in between parts, and I'm not going to edit all of these out because I wanted it to be kind of slightly inset, if that makes sense. if it makes sense. And we're going to figure that out now, actually. So all I need to do to make it look slightly inset is not affect any of these lines that are facing us, that are more towards us, but the ones that are on the outside, the ones that we can see the edges of if it's inset, much like I've just done with that door, to make it look like it's concave and convex. Yeah, to make it look a bit more concave, like it's embossed and stuff, I'm going to I just added this line because that's the one that we can see on the inside. If I wanted to make it more convex, I would have added more of the lines over on the other side to make it look like it's sticking out. So yeah, that would be a thing. That would be a thing I do. Might do a lesson on that. I don't know. But yeah, to make these look, the windows look a bit more convex, I'm going to include in the bottom one. Just add that line. We're going to add another line just here. I'm going to do that for each of them. Again, sketch layer, so I don't have to worry about details, super details yet. We'll worry about that in the paint layer. Yeah. See, now they look slightly more like they're embossed, I guess. And every other one of these is windows. The other one is kind of like in between layers of floors. So yeah. So that's how many rooms also is on this side. We've got the corridor windows in the middle, and then we've got more rooms on the other side that you can't see. But I don't think there's anything on the roof. I might add some lights. Or like put lights somewhere, kind of on the top. Maybe. Just a lot of bullshit happening. You know what? Maybe I'll put a light here. Do you know what I haven't thought about? Escape pods. I haven't thought about escape pods. You know, kind of like life rafts or something. Huh. None of the segments in the sketch have escape pods. Yeah. Toad was where I almost got hit by a truck twice. Ouch. I'm tired too, but I think it might just be because I haven't slept properly. I keep having naps. I keep falling asleep as opposed to actually getting sleep, you know. So this escape pod thing is kind of bugging me. Maybe on the shellcraft area, there's like one of the hatches that I've put into the roof of that. Maybe that could be an escape pod. Let me just enhance your guys' view a little bit. Beep. There you go. Yeah, escape pods. Like maybe it's just on the underside. Maybe the escape pod's on the underside. But that screws over anybody that's on the higher decks of the hotel. You know, they have to get down really quickly down to the escape pods. Every segment should have at least an escape facility of some kind, I think. Since I've already done this picture and not really worried about it, we'll just set the escape pods on the underside of this segment. But the next segment that I do, we're going to have to figure that out, because that's a big deal. That's a huge deal. Yeah. So it's almost looking like a proper hotel space station now. We've got the shuttle bay, we've got the docking, we've got a docking structure. So yeah. Shall we say that segment is finished? Should we say that one's finished? I can't think of what else I can add to that to make it look any better in the sketch phase, at least. The space walkway is going to be a bit fun. According to this, it kind of connects halfway up. It connects like around about here. It connects at the top. It looks great, Tubbs. Yes. Why did you almost get hit by a truck? I'm waiting for the story. Or is it just I was walking someplace and I almost got hit by a truck? That wasn't my story. I don't know. I was waiting for that before anybody said anything else. But yeah. Yeah. So the space walkway, the spalkway, you know, like they have sky walkways sometimes. You know, that connect two buildings together, the sky bridge or whatever you want to call it. They've got like this one's got a space walkway. I'll just show you the sketch. This is the simple sketch of what it should look like at the end of it. Oh yeah, I forgot. I'm teeny on screen right now. I'm teeny tiny on screen. Let me fix that. There we go. Yeah. So this is the sketch that I did, and this is what we're ultimately going for. But the not sketch version. This is because we're doing a digital painting version of that. And essentially, I don't know if you can see, we've got the shuttle bay, we've got the docking area, and we've even got this habitat section. And in between the habitat section and what's going to turn out to be the lobby, the main lobby of the station, which is behind the shuttle bay here, there is a walkway. It's even in the plans. So I made plans just in case, well, for this, just so I know where everything is. And if you can see here, there is a walkway. It's just a singular tube that is just a corridor for people to go through. And I'm going to be trying to draw that. But the logistics of where it is kind of like interesting, because it might cut into the next segment that I've got planned. I don't want it to be overlapping. I kind of want it to be sticking out by itself so you can see that it's a space walkway. spacewalkway. If it's higher up, then it would make sense, because then it would basically be connected to. Is anybody here? So on here, it's just saying nobody's watching. I know the view count is never accurate. It's never accurate. The viewer count, the people who are actually viewing you now, is never accurate. But it does make me so paranoid sometimes. It's like I said, there's now that one person is watching, but I don't know if that's me or not. Yeah, there you are. So why is it only saying that? Maybe you're on delay, Jeff. Maybe it doesn't read people when they've got like a certain amount of delay. I don't know. But yeah. The fake walkway sounds neat, Tubbs. I'm here. That's good. I don't know. So yeah, the next thing I shouldn't do the space walkway. I should do the space walkway after I've finished this next module, because this next module is kind of like the backbone to the station. It's the lobby area of the station, and it's also, well, according to this, it's it's basically another segment, another habitat segment that's kind of like the one we've just drawn, like the one I've just done, but it's slightly chunkier, it's slightly thicker, and it's got it's kind of a T shape, you know. It's got like it's got another segment. It's like that, but it's got another segment glued onto it, you know. Oh, I've got the map here. So why am I trying to figure out how that's working? I've already done this. Yeah, it's also got the spaceway on the other side. I was looking at the bird's eye thing and thinking, how does that all fit together then? It's like completely forgetting that I've already done another drawing here about how it all kind of like goes together. I was looking at the bird's eye one, completely ignoring this bit. But it's like this bit shows you the space walkway. It shows you where this bit connects to that bit and space walkway. It shows you all of this. I was like, why am I doing this mental exercise? It's right there. I'm a dummy. I'm a dummy. But yeah, let me just demonstrate the thing that I'm trying to get around my head so that I can actually draw it. The bit that I just drew, the bit that's on the screen now, is this segment right here. And I've done this bit, and I've done the shuttle bay. But this segment is the next one to be done. This one is one segment. It's like habitat segment, but it's got two bits to it, two chunkier bits than the habitat segment. And in the sketch, you can only see the front of this part. The other part of it is kind of obscured by the shuttle bay and stuff, which is fine. It doesn't really need much. Yeah. Right. The skywalkway. Oh, God, shut up. The skywalkway I'll do simultaneously as I'm drawing this, because technically the skywalkway is part of this structure anyway. So yeah. And it fits up. Okay, so let me just enlarge it again so you can see what I'm doing. What color should we go for? Should we go for dark, like a purpley blue? Like a powdery blue? Powdery purpley blue? Yeah, that's different. That's different enough so that I know the difference. Okay. So it's going to go here in this bit. Okay. And it connects quite close to the roof. I'm reading that correctly. That is that line, isn't it? Yeah, because this is as tall as the docking segment, right? It's shorter. It's slightly shorter and dumpier. Okay, so I want it to line up with this line. Okay, we're figuring it out. We're getting there. Okay, so just it's going to be about this long. No, it's longer. It's as long as the yeah. Okay, it's about that long. Yeah. Can I get my straight line thing back? It's about that long. Got to be very, very careful. I want it to be a bit here. Yeah. It connects to like there. Yeah. It's weirdly stressful whenever I do that. It looks a bit too straight. Maybe I need to offset slightly. Am I overthinking this? I think I'm overthinking this. I'll change it later if it becomes too distracting, I'll change it later. Okay. So we've got the bottom line. Right. And it's not as tall as the habitat one because it's only got the accommodation, it doesn't have the lounge attached to the bottom. So it's not as tall. So it's about this tall. No, it's shorter. It's shorter. Basically, there's an invisible line that's coming out here that dictates how tall this thing is. Yeah, that's about right. Again, I can change this later. It's cool. And it's about halfway. It's about halfway in. I should have done the other line first. Such a maroon. Yeah, yeah. Right. Enough with the straight lineage. I can't deal with that. I can't. So this is connecting into this section. Like I said, it's got to be thicker. I want it to be really thicker. This is too much. There's too much of this line. No, because this is the like I said, this segment is thicker, so it's got bigger corridor, and it's got a bigger bigger rooms in it, bigger hotel rooms, bigger accommodation. Okay, so that looks a bit wonky to me, but it's only because this line looks a bit wonky. Huh. Something's wrong. But I don't know what it is. It doesn't look thicker than this segment. It looks about the same, to be honest. Let's try to bulk it up a little bit. Maybe that's why. I mean, now it looks as thick. Now it looks as thick. Is this? It might be this line that's bugging me. Oh, there we go. That looks like it's a chunky boy, and this one will definitely. Yeah, that makes it look a lot more chunkier. I don't know what I was thinking. It looks a lot longer than the one in the sketch, but that's mainly because I am altering the angle slightly. It's not exactly like the sketch. Plus, I've got a clear view of where I'm going to put the space walkway, which is going to go here, because it's got to connect. It's got to connect to the other part of the structure. This structure is kind of like implanted into this bit. Which is connected. Yes, connected like down here. Ugh. This looks really messy, but trust me, it's a sketch. It's a sketch, guys. It's a sketch. Does it line up? I mean, it kind of lines up. That line is way too thick. But it is a curve. It's a curve. So we can be forgiven. We can be forgiven. And that makes direct contact with this module. Oh, it overlaps in the technical sketch. It overlaps. In the sketch that I've done, it doesn't. Oh my god! Did I make a boo boo? Did I make a boo boo? Oh, it looks like I made a boo boo. Oh, only a minor boo boo. Okay. There's something in the technical sketch that isn't on the actual sketch that I've done. So technically, I need to I need to fix that before I continue to do anything. Because on the technical sketch, let's see if this actually works. This part lines up perfectly, and it makes contact with a kind of like an extended segment here, which makes a perfect T. Makes like a perfect T segment that lines up with the top of this. All the way up until down here, in which there's a kind of like a honeycomb, like it's kind of an angular thing. It's an octagonal. It's like an octagonal piece. So this becomes an angle, but this section is, like I said, it's a perfect. Nope. Kind of does that. And then there's another part of this which is made almost out of the same material as this, as the docking structure, and it goes straight into the back. It kind of plugs into the back of the of that segment. Kind of like that. And then there's another one here, but this is more, it's more rigid and stuff. And that's what the walkway is connected to. That's why I was confused. So this is flat, and then there's a panel here. Like I said, it's an octagonal walkway, like connection. I'm guessing it's for the freight stuff, all the freight stuff, and like parts and umbilical and all that stuff kind of goes through here. There's also like a corridor that connects to here. Should it be here or this one? This one or that piece? I think it will be this piece. A very small corridor that comes off of here and then goes all the way That's the beauty of the sketch layer. Oh, new horizontal lines. Hurting. I'll clean this up in a sec. I just want to get the point across. And this is the sky walkway. This is the space walkway. Yeah, so this is a T piece. God, it's like designing and then putting Lego together. Yeah, this is the T piece that goes into the big. There's a big habitat dome. That's a habitat segment. These are, I guess they are habitats. Shit, they're all habitat segments. The hotel segment, you know, the cabin segment. Now I want this piece to line up with this line to be the same as this line, but it's not going to be, because that will look weird. I mean, I can try it. Yeah, it looks a bit weird. Doesn't match up with this line somehow. Huh. There it goes now. Yeah, yeah. So that segment is connected here. Kind of like in a T positioning. It's kind of like a T segment from above, which looks right on the plans, looks right on the sketch, and is now looking correct-ish. And this is connected to, like, if it was the other side, there would be a kind of another. There'd be a hole on this side. So they've sacrificed a couple of the hotel rooms, like 4 hotel rooms, for the sake of adding an extra corridor. Or there are hotel rooms there, but they are smaller or something. Who knows? But yeah, to add this segment, they've had to do that, because this is where it's connected. It's connected at the bottom. Oh, it's square. Oh, that's bold, because that means I have to put an actual shape to this. That's the good thing. When you have like a modular space station, then it's good to have like as many shapes as you can. If you look at the International Space Station, it's not in completely uniform shapes. You know, they're not completely all the time one particular kind of segment that's just been added. You know, they all look slightly different because they've got slightly different jobs. They were made slightly different times by different countries and stuff like that. And that's kind of the feel I wanted to get with this station, is that it's not completely uniform. It's not like space dock. It's not a giant mushroom. You know, it's an actual space station. If you know what space dock is, then you'll know that it's a giant mushroom. Okay, so we've got the shapes sorted out for this segment. This is all one segment. This bit probably came pre-manufactured this way, and they've added the corridor that goes to the shuttle bay, and the freight corridor. Or what I'm going to say is just that's the fancy pants corridor. I might even give this a glass top. I don't know yet. I haven't decided. The thing, and then this is the everyday kind of like corridor and stuff. You know, for the hotel. This whole segment is like just the hotel segment. There are amenities to the actual hotel where what this space station is based on, that I'm thinking about. Now, when you're thinking about adding stuff like windows and shit to a space station, the thing is that because this is a hotel space station and it's set fairly upon future technology and stuff, you can put windows everywhere. You can, but you still want to, like any architectural like situation, you can't just add windows for the sake of adding windows. They've got to have a purpose for, like, you know, are they going to provide natural light, and are they going to, or will you have a nice view of something? So I'm kind of a little bit reticent about adding just windows, like a glass top to this big corridor, for example, because you're not going to see anything besides just space. There's nothing above this at all. I mean, you could argue that there's an actual tower. There's a connecting tower later on over here. If you can see my cursor. Can you see my cursor? Oh, you can just see my cursor. Oh well, I'm just going to demonstrate. So later on, not in the future, because it's going to be probably the next module. It's not very big. It's very sticky out, you know. There's going to be a tower module here. It goes up further than that and is bigger than that, but yeah, there's going to be a tower module there. That's the vertical tower module, and it's going to, you know, if you had a window here, if you had like a glass corridor here, like a bigger version of the skywalk, the spacewalk that I'm going to put here, then I guess you could probably see it if you're on this side of the corridor. But for that one thing, I'm a bit reticent to add a whole window section here, you know. So yeah, that's also why I'm not adding windows to everything all the time. I'm just trying to limit the windows because it's more realistic, and also because I want to be sensible. You know, I don't want to just have windows everywhere. I will just finish this segment thing. Yeah. Because yeah, if I had a window here, then mostly you'll just see the top of this segment, and then you'll just see, yeah, we do have some huge windows coming up, so I might just conserve it. I might just make it like this and just have a window on the side. Yeah, makes more sense to me. Makes more sense to me. And these are slightly the convex segments. These panels, they're very much just panels. These aren't window segments. I am going to put a window segment just here, just a very tiny window. Okay. Now on the sketch, I do not have this section. Doesn't have any windows. It's very unique because this is supposed to be the main lobby area for the station. So I'm guessing there's like hotel rooms here, which I'm probably going to add. So these are habitats. These are probably the crew of the station habitat windows. You know, the staff. These are probably staff quarters. There's way too many floors, but you know, just doing that makes it look way better. Just deleting one makes it look way better. And we're gonna have like 5 rows on this one because it looks slightly longer than that. So we're gonna have 5 rows of these windows, and that's it. That's gonna be that for that part because that's the main hotel bit. So yeah. But yeah, I'm not gonna have big windows on the bottom here, but I will do some slit windows. It's almost like this is the office of somebody that works at the hotel. Could be a bar even, who knows. Would like to go to that space station. It's based on a real place. You can actually go to this. It's based on the something McDonald. It's called something. It's the McDonald's the Southampton Blair, because it's the actual location. You know, the name of the location that this hotel is based in. The Southampton Blair McDonald Spa Hotel. I think that's what it's called. But yeah, because it's a sci-fi convention, this is going to be my art entry, and also it's a tool for basically teaching people how to use the program, or just if anybody else asks me a question, I can easily just switch over to that while I'm still teaching people about art, and hopefully you're learning stuff about space, because why not? I am going to indulge myself a little bit, just a little bit, and I'm going to add a skylight to this segment. I'm actually going to add a skylight just to this bit. Because this is going to be the main lobby. So these two, there's going to be like 2 floors of this bit. It's just going to be main lobby, reception area. The actual lobby is going to be over here, the actual one. But for the sake of this being a space station, this is going to be the lobby. I'm going to have big windows on either side here. And this section is supposed to be like into this bit. It's not exactly seamless, but whatever. It kind of looks a bit weird there, but we'll fix it. We will fix it. This is just to give me a hard line representation. Yeah. So there's going to be like 2 big portholes, and then there's going to be like crew quarters. Yeah, we haven't added any of the luxury stuff, because there's a pool area. There is a habitat dome, which actually has a garden in it, like an actual like a dome with a garden. It's just an open space, you know, an outside open space. And there's also going to be a pool and a ballroom kind of setup thing, kind of a conference room thing. And that's all based on the actual hotel, because it actually does have a pool. The hotel does have a pool. It has like a conservatory area, and it also has it's connected to a golf course. It's kind of like a country club, the actual hotel. So it's connected. It's connected. So yeah, I'm also going to put just an outline of kind of like an access hatch. That could even be the escape pod, kind of like opening door thing. Who knows? Who knows? Like that thing blows away, and then like it reveals like an escape pod that people can get in if there's an emergency or something. I think we've focused too much on this bit for now. Now we've got to replicate this over here. That's a pain in the butt, but we're going to do it because why not? So where's the end point? I'm going to do the exact same thing that I did for this, which is a bunch of replicating lines. Ugh. But you know, it'll be worth it. It'll be worth it. All of it's worth it. Oh no! Before I do that, I want to get the convex, another convex kind of hatch here. We had a concave hatch on the other one, a big one. Well, as long as you think it's looking great, this is just a sketch, remember. None of this is going to survive the painting. It's just a layout for where the paint is going to go, where the digital paint is going to go. So it's a big hatch. It's a proper three-tiered hatch, which means that it's like it's 3 stories high, you know. So it's got like it's got an access door for people, and then it's going to have like a bigger access. Like a freight door. Right. I'm actually going to have like 2 extra point pokey out bits just here. Almost like mini hatches, accesses for like mini walkways if they were attached to the station. They're not. I'll have another square one. Rounded off square one. It's just a hair on my leg, but I keep thinking there's something crawling on it. Right. Okay, now we get to do the annoying bit. The annoying bit. So okay. So there's gonna be one. Now this is, like I said, this is the annoying part. Just lots of edit and paste. I copied the dot as well. Fucking typical. Okay. It's making a lot of layers. I don't like it when it makes a lot of layers. Right, so we've got about 4. So I go back here. Can I do this in a square? Can I actually capture it all in the square without? No, it gets the outline as well. Poop. Right. I know I'm going to capture. Wait, what did you just do? Oh, it copied one thing. Oh, god damn you. God damn it. It's because I'm on different layers. Right, got it. I know what to do. Oh, I moved it. I moved it. What did I do this? What's going on? I know what to do. I know what to do. I know what to do. Merge. Right, now get the box. The box. The box. And I'm going to end up doing this bit as well, but who cares? Edit. Copy. Paste. And now the really irritating bit because it's going to capture, yeah, you call the sidebar as well. It's okay. I'm gonna get rid of it. Okay, and okay, where's my? Well, I can do that with the eraser. How big is the eraser? It's number 4. Right, got it. Because it's a straight line eraser. See that? I thought it was funny. Right, okay, and because these are 2 different layers, we go to control, beep, then merge. And now I've got this tool. I can select them all like I did the other one. They copied the little dot on the side of the top one. I don't like that, but what are you going to do? I don't know how this is going to work. Yeah, it kind of works. because they're all the same angle, they haven't followed the angle of perspective. You know, basically things that are further away are smaller than things that are in front of you. So yeah, but because they're all the same line, they're all the same angle, which is great. But it kind of also means that I have to do this to just correct that. I'm going to go one step further. In fact, I'm actually going to pull them all down to the bottom. So yeah, that's a good way of using that tool. And then they do the funky light show. Until you click the button. Beep. There you go. Right, and I go back to pencil and I get rid of the straight line because the straight line is boring and annoying. And then we separate these into segments. And I'm going to connect all these lines up because yeah, I have a tiny bit of an overlap there. So this is going to be 5 segments, or should I make it 5 or 6? What do you think? 5 or 6. That one's got 4. I mean, like the windows, the rooms. How many rooms in a row? I think actually 6 now that I'm looking at it. Oh, actually, no, that would be a pain in the butt. 4 is easy because it's half and half again. 6 is half and then, oh no, I've got to separate it into threes. That's not an even number. I can't do that. Oh no. We're going to end up with a wonky room. I'll try my bestiest. I'll try my bestiest. It would be cool if it was 8 because I could do 8 easily because that's half and then half again and half. Concentrate. Okay. Right, now separating this into thirds. Okay, so that's about a third. And then that's about a third, right? Does that look right? Tell me, you tell me if that looks right. And that's about a third. That's definitely about halfway. Remember, these have got to be smaller than these segments because of the perspective rule. So yeah. Stop saying 5. 5 wouldn't help. 5 would be in a 5 isn't an even number either. That's worse, in fact. Yeah, that looks right. I'm better with 6. Like 6. They get more hotel rooms that way. There are more hotel rooms as well. There's more like accommodation blocks. But they're not as convoluted as this. Oh god, I've got lag. that looks even. And remember, there's a window, not window, window, not window, window, not window, window, not window, window, not window. Perfect. That's perfect. So I was just making sure that it's that way around. I could get away with doing it wrong here because I can always just say, oh, it's an embossed bit, you know, but it's a little less tricky. It's a little bit more tricky when you can clearly see all of the window, not window segments. Right, so now what am I going to do with the space light? It's a single corridor, single occupancy, you know, like it's a single corridor. It's kind of like tunnel when you go to the aquarium. But should I have like a kind of like a lattice effect? Or should I just have like the top window? You know, basically it's a glass walkway. Well, the floor isn't glass, but it's a glass walkway. But I want to keep it spacey. So should it be like latticey, like lines? Like that? Or should it be more kind of like structural, rigid? Should they go artsy fartsy with their spacewalk, or should they go more practical? What do you think? What do you think? Because on here it is just it looks like a glass tube with lines going over across it like this. It's more practical. You know, actually, now that I've done that, I kind of feel like it would be better if I did that. You know, half glass, half not glass. With kind of like thick segments in between. Yeah. Sorry guys, I was going to leave it up to you, but then I myself over. I did an example and I liked it. I'm a monster. And this is the connecty bit, so this is going to be a bit more complicated. I am going to straighten this up and tidy up a lot more when it comes to actually doing it. You know, actually painting it, but this is just the sketch trace, so we're just making sure it looks good. Either way, there's like vast windows of space. Nope, that's a bit too close. Yeah, so that's Q. I'm going to put like little flashy lights Little blinkies. They might not even be on, but I'm going to put them on. So I'm just having paneling detail, just adding the paneling detail. To make it look like you can actually like order, when you're building a space station, you can order these sections. You could add like, oh, I want 7 sections, so they just plug another one on the end or something. People send it off to you. You like my idea with the slightly segmented bit? These are people. I'm adding people into it, so they're looking out. They're walking around. Right. So is that segment? I think that segment's fairly well done. So that's good. We've got the we've done approximately we've done the easy half of the station. That's the easy half because it's fairly uniform. There's the way it looks, everything. It's kind of easy to pick out stuff and details. Yeah, that would be good enough for a space station in the first place. This looks a bit fucked up still. I might have to correct that before I get to the painting stage. Just that part, but it might look okay once I add some more stuff to the background. I don't know, but yeah, it's actually looking like a space station now. Oh. I want to save that again. Sorry. Yeah. Let's add the planet. Let's add the planet back there. Oh, you can't really see the. Yeah, that's why I turned the planet off, because I couldn't see what I was drawing. I couldn't see that segment. But yeah. I mean, it's looking more like the space station now. It's supposed to be. If anything, it looks cooler than the sketch, because the sketch didn't have the space shuttles. The 2 space shuttles, though, we've got one approaching and one about to take off. So yeah, all the other modules are kind of like they're behind these ones, so these are the main ones. So I think the next time that we come to do this drawing, because I'm wrapping up now, the next time we come to do this drawing, it's possible that we will be finishing off the sketchy phase of the final modules. We'll basically be able to do all of those modules. However, it's possible. It's probably not going to happen that way. We probably still have to do more sketching, because, well, these ones are not as easily shaped as as the ones that I've just drawn. The ones that I've drawn are very modular. They're very, they're very one-dimensional. They're very, one-shaped. However, we've got to do domes next. Yeah, we have to actually draw domes and shit next. And that's going to be hard, getting this effect to look great. I mean, these are fairly angular structures and stuff, and even they aren't completely lined up properly, especially this line. I'm just gonna have to redo this whole line. Ugh. And I've slightly screwed up a couple of places, but it's passable. But doing a whole dome, especially the dome, is going to be like here. There's going to be a big dome here. There's going to be a pole here. There's going to be another dome here and a smaller dome here, and I've still got to do the module behind this as well as the module just here. Well, what you can see of the module here after I do the other bits, and then there's going to be a bigger module behind it. All the things, though, like I said, are obscured by these main modules. Now that we've done these, the rest is kind of, I don't have to worry so much about getting all of the details right for all of it, because it's basically going to be obscured. So yeah, I'm really excited to get on with the painting side of this, although we have all year still, so because it's not until February that I have to finish this painting by, to finish this. So we have a whole year to figure out the painting and to do it perfectly and stuff, because I want to add lens flares, I want to do all of this stuff, because there's domes, so I've got a good excuse to basically, I want it to be gleaming, a bit of light to be gleaming off of that. So yeah, but we're nowhere near the painting stage yet, because we've still got this bit empty space in which we've got to draw a spaceship. There's gonna be like there's actually going to be a spaceship just here. And I don't know if it's leaving or coming or what, but yeah, we have to draw that spaceship. So yeah. But what we've done so far, I do like the look of. That is very distracting. That just there. That's all I can see. There's just an arrow in my head, just like pointing at it, kind of like lit up. Like, look at this line. It's like, yeah, but look at the docking rings. They look so good. Yeah, but look at this line. Like, fuck you, brain. By the way, aspiring artists, you'll notice that all the time. You will get distracted by shit that you've done wrong in your painting, and it will drive you crazy, because you're gonna have to try to not obsess with getting everything right. Because if you obsess with getting everything right, if you become a perfectionist, like an obsessive perfectionist, then you'll never finish that piece of work that you're actually currently working on. It will always be annoying to you. Like, I'm going to fix that in the future. I'm going to fix this line, and it will be good enough, okay, for the painting stage. Once I've done that, I'm leaving it alone, because otherwise I will always be thinking about it. It will always stick in my head. I will not be able to not think about anything else but that fucking line. You know, you have to learn to let it go, or you will basically obsess over something and it won't be perfect, and you'll just won't be as happy with the finished piece. So yeah, aspiring artists, beware of like little mistakes, and try to let them go and just move on, because it will kill you, okay? There's works that I've got all the time, that all of the work, a lot of work I've done, I can't stop focusing on one or two things that I absolutely hate about it. And I don't hate them, I don't really hate them, you know, but it's just that I can't stop looking at them. I've finished him and I can't stop looking at them. They drive me nuts. And everyone keeps telling me, this picture's great, you know, and I admit that it's not bad, but it would be great if I didn't have this one or two things. But that's just, you know, so your own opinion of your own work will get skewed if you basically just focus on all of the bullshit, like the little bullshit, like that line. But yeah, I'm just giving you an example of that's what happens. That is what happens when you do it. Like, even in this sketch, Even in this sketch, I hate parts of this sketch. Like a lot. Like, and I'm not going to get over the fact that I've tried to make it different as much as I can, but I look at the shuttle bay, it's a perfectly functional shuttle bay. But to me, it looks like a bread bin. And I can't get away from that, but I'm just going to have to deal with it. Turns out shuttle bays sometimes look like bread bins. I don't know what else to talk about in this picture, but this was fun. This was fun getting to do this. Doing another couple of segments, especially the ones that turned out to be slightly more tricky than I was expecting, mainly because one of them wasn't as developed as I thought it was. Basically, I thought that I had already gotten over all of the design aspects of the space station. I've designed it already. It's designed. It's basically finished. It's either on paper or in my head. But then we started drawing the second segment, the second segment of this stream, and it basically hasn't been done. None of that was done, and it was different. Two different sketches that I've got here. So yeah, it was a lot of fun working out how this works and stuff. So that's cool. We did add to the other segments a little bit, like we added a couple of bits of detail to the shuttle bay. I don't think you were here for that, Jeff. Ugh. No, excuse me. The docking arm also, I added some detail on the side of that. I don't know if you can tell from this picture or not, but yeah, you can. I've added the kind of like a little bit of texture to the sketch as well, so you can actually tell that the docking arm is kind of covered in a fabric like material that you actually see on a lot of space stuff of this era of space stuff. And I explained why that is that they actually use that. If you want me to explain it again, I'll be more than happy to. Yeah, so we added some more details and stuff, so that's cute. And we got the major details done for two whole segments. So I think we did stuff. I think we've left enough for me to do tomorrow, so that's cool. Right, well, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna be back streaming tonight on a different channel, so keep an eye out if you are subscribed. And yeah, any last questions? Put the pad away. But any more questions or anything? Yeah, I might stream tonight later on another channel because basically I'm feeling tired, but I'm kind of hungry. I want to go eat something. Because I didn't do that, by the way, last night / last morning. I ended up deciding against eating anything because I figured that if I did fall asleep, then I'd get acid reflux again. Because yeah. Instead, I did that. In fact, I went inside. I tried to make a phone call about my my holiday flights because everything's cancelled and everything. And turns out, let me just minimize that. There we go. Yeah, it turns out, by the way, the flights thing, they tell you to phone this number to get your money back 72 hours before you were meant to travel. So I did that. It basically is an automated message telling me, this is what I got on the phone. There's an automated message telling me that telling me that I should call them within 72 hours before I fly, before I meant to travel. And it told me to basically go on their website to rebook everything. But then it said, it gave me the option of, if you're calling for a refund, then press 1. So I pressed 1, and it said, yeah, we're working, automated message, working on getting your money back to you as soon as we can, within the next 14 days. And it's like, okay, when am I actually going to get to talk to a person? And then the phone cuts off, and it does this every single time. So I don't know what's going on. But I'm now in the day. This is the day that I would have flown on my vacation. Have I just lost all of my money that I spent on the tickets? I don't know. It's not telling me anything. I don't know what's going on. I can't email them directly because they don't have an email address. They've got a Twitter. I tweeted at them, but they haven't gotten back to me. Well, they've got back to the point where somebody has wrote an automated message on their Twitter, basically replying to anybody that tweets them back. So, yeah, telling me to go to the website to manage my booking, to book for different flights for different days. But nothing about refunds, so I don't understand. I don't know. Anyway, right, no more moaning on this channel. I moan about it on my regular channel. So yeah. Anyway, yeah, I'm gonna go eat some yogurt maybe, and then I'll probably be back on that channel. I don't know. If I'm not back on that channel, I've fallen asleep. Oh god. I've fallen asleep, or it's gone too late to stream, because like I said, after it gets past the 3 a.m. 4 a.m. mark here in the UK, I usually am like, nobody's awake. Everybody's going to bed. So yeah, I won't be streaming tomorrow on anything, I don't think, because that's the date of the tiki party. So unless I want to extend the tiki party to you guys, or yeah, the online tiki party, then I don't know. We'll see. Just keep an eye out, just in case I do come on. But remember that tomorrow I might not be streaming at all because tiki party. Yeah. Okay. Bye bye. Enjoy the picture. I meant to point the picture, and I pointed in the complete opposite way. Enjoy the picture. Bye. 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 That's weird. I end broadcast and it didn't work.